Hey guys, Marcus and Stefan here from Across the Cage, here to talk to you about our social media.
Yeah, if you want to keep up to date with everything that involves the UFC, Bellator, One Championship, mixed martial arts in general, head over to our Instagram page at Across the Cage and our Facebook page at Across the Cage AU.
100%. Now, do we know anything really? Are we technical experts?
Probably not.
Probably not, no. Do you want to listen to us?
I do.
I do. Well, that's 2 listeners right there.
Bang.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
is that guy?
I love you! My balls are hot.
Welcome. Hello.
Hey, bro, quick question.
Hey, man.
You ever been in my bed? My childhood bed?
You know what? I haven't seen your house until today.
Yeah.
Now, am I talking to you behind me?
Is this the weirdest podcast setup ever?
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 27 of Across the Cage has been recorded from Mark's childhood bed.
Do you want to creak? You want to creak? Hey, that's your old bones.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
That's your old bones.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
Hey, man. First off, not actually my childhood bed. As you can see, this is this mattress cardboard.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's basically about it.
It's not forgiving on the knees. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not forgiving on the knees.
You know why? You know why? Because neither my partner or I are 150 years old, like yourself.
Hey, I'm not 150 years old.
So
whatever you said to
we
me
can
today,
deal with
disrespect.
it. We can deal
disrespect.
With it.
Right?
Hey, bro.
Don't send me messages about E3 whilst I'm at work. And then I go, where is it?
Yeah.
Old person.
Hey, yeah, just old person emoji. That's it. That's all I got to say about that matter. All right. It's
But,
the internet.
and you know what though? I did have a point to make about that Avengers game. I want to speak to you about it today, but sort your phone out.
Now, do I forget to pay my bill every single month? And do I owe you $1,000 to a company? Am I going to pay it? Nah, prepaid. Back on the credit.
Decide to go credit prepaid.
No, I got to sort that out. Terrible.
Let the world let the world know about all your problems, huh?
Yeah. Now I have a Patreon account. If you want to support us here and pay my phone bill, send your undies.
Used.
Yeah, used undies. Stupid. Makes no sense at all. Hopefully the audio quality is pretty decent. We did do a test before. There we go. It's picking up a little bit there.
Yeah. So the reason why we are not recording in the home studio just yet. So obviously where we were recording before, we have moved locations. So bear with us over the next couple of weeks. Next week we're still kind of deciding what we're going to do for next week because I'll be away.
Yeah,
on
you'll
holidays.
be in the land of smiles and secret underpants penises.
Right? Yes. I will be in Thailand next week.
Yeah, rude. I like Thailand. I actually really like Thailand. I'm gonna get back.
Yeah, so I'll be staying in Phuket. Phuket, Thailand. Kapong Kai.
No, never heard of it.
That's a word. That's actually a saying. Kapong Kai.
No.
Don't know what it means.
No.
Got told to say it today.
Yeah, that's what you got told.
They were laughing at me when they said, "Oh, when you get there, say Kapong Kai." So could be offending everybody right now. So you've got no idea.
Yeah, watch out because you offend the Buddha and to jail. For real.
Yeah, well, damn. No, I'm
We
joking.
all know your history of racism.
No, I'm not racist. No, no racism here.
Because
no, zero.
it sounds like every racist says that.
No, not racist. No, I'm not racist. Nah, that's not racist. That's not racist.
All I learned was to say, "Hey, penis."
So,
You got the penis? That's what I learned.
how do you say it?
I don't know.
You can't
Because
remember.
I just went with it.
All right.
Whatever just happened.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the magic of Thailand.
Yeah. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, whatever happens.
So figuring out what we're gonna do for next week. We should muster up something exciting for you for next week.
Yeah.
Are we big enough or good enough to have a best of episode for next week?
No.
Imagine this is your life.
Yeah, already? Then what's that, 30-30?
Oh, 30 for 30.
30
ESPN.
for 30?
ESPN 30 for 30.
Us? Are we on 30 episodes yet?
No, not yet. 27.
Yeah,
27 this week.
Nah,
27.
I remember.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me do the official introduction. Episode 27 of Across the Cage. Welcome. Thank you for being with us here on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It's 7:22 p.m. or 23 p.m. Just clicked over.
Yep.
Afternoon? No, evening. Long weekend. How was it?
Good, man. I had a big Saturday. Oh, okay. So I had to move, as y'all know. I had to move.
Yep.
So the most tiring weekend I've ever had.
Yep.
So I went out Saturday night, had a big one, come back, slept for about an hour and a half, wake up, start packing.
Yep.
As you know, you came to help me.
Yep.
Dog shit in the back of your car.
Yep, that's all right.
He nearly died of anxiety, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
When I tried to take him out the back of the car.
Yep.
Don't think he'll ever be the same.
No, he won't.
Looked like he had PTSD coming out of that car. And it breaks my heart when I saw him like that. But hey, I wasn't going to leave him in that apartment.
But hey, was he the quietest he's ever been? Yes.
Yeah, ever. He looked absolutely shook. Hashtag shook. Yeah, so that was the worst. You know how I told you I went back?
Yeah.
We didn't leave until about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I didn't get home until 4.
Now, on the Sunday, did you not speak to me at all when we were in the car? Yeah, you didn't speak to me
At
one
all.
bit.
I was fried, man.
Yep.
And I was, because I had gone out the night before.
Yeah.
But just the whole week of packing and work and overtime and all that each day.
Oh, it's
was
strenuous on the
possibly
brain.
It's honestly
Mentally
all mine.
draining, yeah.
Yeah, physically you're okay. Because if I couldn't do it, wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Would have paid someone.
Yeah.
But didn't have the money. No, it was more so, just mentally drained, man. I think we had like whole 10 minutes and shit in the car of no sound going off whatsoever.
Yeah, it was just nothing.
Terrible. And we're usually talking our fucking asses off.
Yeah.
So, probably for the first time in a long time, I had an adult nap.
Yeah.
On Sunday afternoon. That is the best feeling. When was the last time you had an adult nap?
I can't remember.
Yeah?
I actually can't remember.
You deserve one, bro.
Thanks,
They're good.
bro.
Have one. It's in Thailand. I had so many in Thailand.
No, I'm not going to have one in Thailand. I'm going to be exploring.
Now, was I passing out from the alcohol? Could have been that.
Hey, two things I've been told not to do in Thailand. Oh, 3 things. 1, don't drink the water.
Yeah.
At all.
No,
So-
don't drink the tap water.
Yes,
Yeah.
the tap water. So only have water.
You'll die if you have no water.
Yeah. You can only have sealed water.
Yeah.
Right? So even ice cubes can't have.
Okay. Different thing about that. Now, double check, but I believe circle ice cubes, like a cone shape, like a cylinder shape.
Don't trust them.
No. There's ones that they're specifically shaped that way.
Yeah.
Because I believe the tourism board or something over some government agency.
Yeah.
That comes from a purification plant.
Yeah, right.
And they do it on purpose because you got to remember, one big thing people always misinterpret. Like now, there are countries that nearly all their money comes to tourism, and Thailand's one of them.
Yeah,
Not maybe the whole country, but in terms of Phuket, etc. So they need to keep people healthy. No one on purpose is being dirty.
Yeah, of course.
Now you have different cases in India and such,
Yeah.
where the population they don't rest on tourism.
Yeah.
So at first they're gonna try to do everything else first, and that's why you can get they call Delhi belly and shit.
Yeah.
Just because you're not used to the same bacteria, but also not in all cases, but sometimes it's not as clean. Not using gloves, etc. Contamination of food. In Thailand, extremely clean, man.
Yeah.
Now, do the sewers smell like shit sometimes? Yeah. You hope sometimes when it rains, but the best. You come out next morning fresh.
So hang on. So you're saying that the round ice cubes.
Double check the shape.
So the round ice cubes. We'll double check the shape. But round ice cubes, the water comes from a
Like a plant where they purify the water.
Okay. Now is that plant located in Chernobyl?
Maybe. What's that thing? Pneumonia.
Yes.
There you go.
Pneumonia.
It's stuck in my head. It's scary as well, that sound.
I tell you what. You haven't watched it yet.
Nah, not yet.
You haven't watched it. No, man. Yeah. Only thing pissed me off. No Russian accents. No one speaking Russian.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What are you gonna do about it? Start your own one?
No.
Crosscade produced.
No.
Yeah, we have $12 per.
Hey man, we're sitting on bunk beds right now.
Hey, the mic is attached.
Hey,
to
at least the mic looks alright.
The mic is barely attached to this thing, and this thing's barely attached to Gyprock. You know what's holding this up? Hopes and dreams.
Which is slowly falling.
Yeah.
Slowly
Those screws are attached with my hopes and dreams. Why? Because I don't want my PlayStation to fall and break.
That's crazy. Still, 27 episodes. Still not once you've asked me how I am.
No, it's going to continue.
That's alright.
Going to continue.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The people know that I bring #positive vibes.
All right, man. Let's get balls deep.
Huge weekend. Huge
Actually,
weekend.
let's not say balls deep.
No. While we're in bed, no.
Leg to leg on
What's
the
that
bed.
touching me?
It could reach you from over there.
Hey man, I'm sitting on you. What do you What do you want to start? Do you want to start by covering the fights from the weekend? I think we shall.
Yeah. All right. The
Huge
UFC.
card,
UFC. You jump straight into UFC.
UFC 238. Far out. It's probably arguably the biggest fight card of the year so far.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
So I'll run through the results. Again, I do apologise if I do butcher your name because we know that all of the fighters listen to this podcast, so I do apologise. So we'll start at the start. Yang Xiaonang defeated Angela Hill via decision. Bevan Lewis unfortunately lost via decision to Darren Stewart. Eddie Winland defeated Grigory Popov via TKO in the second round. Caitlin Chukagian defeated Joanne Calderwood via decision. And then
Are you sure it doesn't go the other way around? I think it goes bottom to top. Because if you look at the main card,
you could be right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Anyway.
So just listen to the audio backwards. Listen to it backwards. All right. Ricardo Lamas, got knocked the fuck out
starched.
by Calvin Kattar in the first. Karolina Kowalkiewicz lost a decision to Alexa Grasso. Our boy Aljamain Sterling putting in that work against Pedro Munoz. What did you, just quickly on this one, the first and maybe 3/4 of the second, Aljo was putting in work. He was marching forward, throwing some haymakers, utilizing his distance control because he had a lot of reach.
7 inches.
Yeah, something like that. Then it's sort of towards the end of the fight, it did seem like he's kind of slowed down. He was kind of surviving the third round. What did you think?
Well, this is one of those things. I feel like we saw this with Khalil Roundtree Jr.
Yeah.
You're a massive Aljamain Sterling fan.
I am huge fan. Shout out to Aljo.
Yeah, the podcast as a whole, we support him as one of our favourite fighters. I'm newer to him though, as in watching his fights in more detail.
Yep.
And I hadn't seen a style like that of someone fighting, but it's extremely explosive.
Yeah.
And the issue with that, and just like with Khalil Roundtree, is that I'm not sure if has he always been fighting this style.
It seems as though
it's been unorthodox, but not
it seems
like
as
that,
though
right?
just after he got viciously knocked out by Marlon Moraes, that's when he kind of changed it up and he became a more well-rounded fighter after that fight, after that setback.
Because what I'm saying is that they're extremely effective. Again, the reason I bring up Khalil, it's Khalil, yeah?
Khalil Roundtree Jr. Yep.
Yeah, Khalil, is that they were both adapting to a new style, so it's going to obviously affect the way that their output is.
Yep.
It's over the course of 3 rounds. Do you remember Khalil coming in that first round, man?
Oh
and how
my
quick he was
God,
for someone his
man.
size, and pulling off those leg kicks from
But
another
I think
dimension.
the most surprising thing about that was where nobody expected that to come out. Like they expected this massive, like just two big guys just throwing haymakers. Fucking first 10 seconds, but
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Remember how light he was on his feet in that Muay Thai stance?
Yeah.
But then obviously, as you could see, second half of round 2, 3, it was gone.
Kind of slowed down a little
Basically.
bit. That third
And he was
round again, yeah.
Still effective, but he started to get clipped because his mind was still stuck in that Muay Thai stance, but his body couldn't keep up the bounce and
Now, was that more so because of the output that was put out for a round and a half, or maybe his cardio game just wasn't up? Or
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. It literally, I feel, is a mirror image to happen with Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah.
Is that you come out with a new style, and this maybe 1-2 more fights, he'll adapt to it perfectly.
Yeah.
And you'll be seeing him be able to stretch it out, maybe not do as much.
Because what concerns me a little bit is that if let's say in 5 months' time they put him up to fight for the title against Henry Cejudo, which we'll get into in a second. Do you think fighting that style he'll be able to last those 5 rounds? Now, I'm not saying that Aljo is not capable of being a world champion. He's 100% capable of being a world champ. But do you think that with this style that he's got now, can he move forward and become, let's say in 5 months' time, fight for the title and fight 5 rounds?
Look, I'll be 100% honest. I don't think with that style and the output he did, unless he finishes Cejudo in the first,
Yeah.
I don't see him beating. And the only reason because of that is because we know Cejudo's got that wrestling game. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
He's been doing this heavy cardio work for years.
Yeah.
You know, he reminds us constantly being the triple C, the triple champ.
Yeah.
And someone said a comment on Instagram, it seems like the more cringy he gets, the more powerful he gets.
Yes.
So you got to take away that cringe.
Yeah.
And that's where his power lies inside
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's collected all 6 cringe stones.
Cringe stones.
Yeah. Look, man, I think he has the skills and the stand-up
Yeah.
and all-round as a fighter to be champ. I don't think that he can do it right now
You know what else he has as well?
unless he finishes him.
You know what else he has? He's got Matt Serra, Ray Longo.
Yeah.
The two best coaches in the game today. Not just coaches, style coaches, but just motivational coaches.
You
And
reckon?
people, 100%. Find me somebody, a combination like those two, that in between rounds are going to be fucking honest with you, are going to show all their passion and emotion and they just, if you see them just talking to you, the way that they speak to you, speaking to Aljo in between rounds, my God, I was getting goosebumps just listening to them.
Yeah, no, I get
Crazy.
it. They've got that emotional raw power behind them as well.
Hey, it's
I mean,
New Yorkers.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm fucking walking here. I've been waiting to say that for forever.
One thing I don't like about New York, they call it pizza pie. Just call it pizza.
Nah, is not Chicago. That's Chirac.
Is it?
Yeah, that's Chicago.
Okay. So it's not
Pretty
New
sure.
York.
I'm pretty sure. Because New York is the New York slice. Bro.
Yeah, it's a New York pizza.
Yeah. Please, hey, I'm walking.
Hey.
I'll do it every time.
I'm walking here.
I'm pretty sure in some places they call it a pie, and then in some places it's literally thick as fuck.
But they call it a pie because it's like deep dish. Like
Yeah,
it legitimately looks like a pie.
Yeah, aren't some of them like that deep?
Yeah.
With cheese and
Yeah.
No. Not for me. Why? Can't eat cheese.
Why? Because die instantly.
Walk into one of the stores, just puff up.
Pufferfish. You become Willy Wonka. You know the guy that eats the chewing gum with purple.
Have you seen the blobfish?
Yes.
Looks that? That's
Yeah.
what it become. Also, just found out that doesn't actually look like that at the bottom of the ocean. It looks like a normal fish. Yeah, when they pull it out
Weird
of the,
to think, eh?
when they pull it out of the unbelievable depth that it's at, it actually collapses. Its cells collapse.
That's weird, eh?
Yeah, but poor fucker. He's like, oh yeah, all good. Pulls it out, blobfish. Poor dude was all good swimming. Now he
Looks nice. And Finding Nemo looks beautiful.
Looks
Beautiful
like Ditto.
fish.
Ditto from
Yes,
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah. The joke.
Have
the joke Pokemon.
you watched Detective Pikachu yet?
I have not. What? I'm adult.
Yeah, adult butt sitting in your bunk bed. The contrast. All right. The main event of the prelims, Tatiana Suarez getting that decision victory against Nina Ansaroff. I'll be honest, not Tatiana Suarez's best showing so far. She does remain undefeated. I mean, her wrestling is on another level in that women's division. On another level. But in saying that, Nina Ansaroff did such a good job to contain the wrestling and stuff a lot of those takedowns. Now, it did come out that Suarez did have an injury. I think she had a neck injury or back injury, something like that. But now she wants the title shot. What makes more sense to you? Now, we know that Dana White, post-fight press conference, came out and said that he would like to see Tatiana fight for the belt next. If Rose doesn't take the fight.
The
rematch fight. Who would you like to see fight next for the title? Michelle Waterson or Tatiana Suarez?
Oh, well, Tatiana Suarez deserves it. She's higher up in the rankings.
Yeah. I mean,
Isn't Karate Hottie only 3 of her last 5? Or 2 of her last 5, something like that?
yeah. I think to be honest with you, Michelle Waterson, the past couple of fights looked amazing.
Yeah, she's on.
But I
she's on her way.
don't think she's fought enough of the top fighters and gotten victories over the top fighters to justify a title fight. Now, a lot of her steam comes from being mum champ and all that sort of stuff, and she's got a lot of backing behind the wider MMA community and whatnot. But in terms of actual wins on the board and fighter style, I do think that Suarez does deserve that fight. I think maybe one more fight, then fight for the belt. I would love to see Tatiana Suarez versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight.
Man,
Or even Tatiana Suarez versus Rose
What's
Namajunas.
Joanna? 1 of 4. 1 of 3. Yeah, 1 of 4. Two title losses. A third one against Shevchenko. A win, and then loss against Shevchenko.
Yeah, but Shevchenko, she went up.
And it's a loss. A loss is a loss.
Yeah.
Joanna should be fucking fighting someone else.
And also, Tatiana Suarez is big for the division.
Yeah,
her
man.
against Andrade. Jesus
Man, they're just
Christ,
both spiking each
man.
other all match.
Oh my
Just
god.
spike one after another.
I wonder if Andrade would be able to spike.
Nah.
No, I don't think so. either.
I don't know what was happening with Rose anyway. Who has that happened to them twice and then let it happen one more time?
Pat Barry.
You know what I mean? That
Pat Barry,
Rose
two first names.
Rose
Don't trust
had
him.
Rose had all the striking. Who gets? I don't know, man. That's the one time that annoys you when you sit there in armchair coach.
Yeah.
From the thing, but it is a pretty evident flaw.
Yeah.
Who gets lifted up twice, right, before she gets spiked in the head?
But why was she going for an armbar? We're talking about fights that happened 2 months ago, bro. Why would you go attempt an armbar whilst being thrown in the air?
Yeah, but it would work if you're someone who's big enough to maybe cause them to not be able to lift you properly, or not be able to lift you above their head, or get enough speed to bring you down.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be doing it. It's the same case with the people who try to hold on to Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
Who then lift them up and powerbomb them onto the ground. You don't put yourself in that situation when you know
Same
they can
as
do that to you.
Batista.
Yeah.
When they were trying to do it to Batista in WWE.
Yeah. He fought in a UFC MMA match.
Yeah, he had one.
3? 3 fights? 1 fight.
I thought he had one. I thought it was
He
just
was
one.
undefeated. The GOAT.
Side note, mentioned WWE. Possibly one of the worst matchups I've ever seen.
Yep.
Goldberg versus The Undertaker happened on the weekend.
Thought he quit. Thought he retired.
They both retired.
Yep. Money.
But they fought. Main event, biggest show, Abu Dhabi, right? Horrible.
They watch it over there?
Worst.
Did they bring all the hicks from America over
Worst matchup I've ever seen. They're both old, bro. They're both in their 50s. Let them retire. Leave them alone.
You know
Vince, leave them alone.
Hey, you know what's good about that? Don't have to talk about it. Not about that.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. Anyway, main card.
That came out way more. That came out way ruder than.
Yeah, it did. It did. It's all right. Am I offended? A little bit. That's all right. We push forward. Main card. Tai Tuivasa, unfortunately losing via decision to Blagoy Ivanov. Again, it just seemed like Tai was holding back a little bit. Yeah, disappointing to see. Very disappointing to see. That's 2 in a row he's lost now. He got dropped a couple of times as well, man. I can't put my finger on what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. I don't know if it's I don't think it's an ability thing. I think he's got the talent. He's got the ability to be a top contender in the heavyweight division. It just seems like he's just being held back a little bit.
Well, you're going to come off the fact that he looked, when you have to get smoked by JDS, is probably one of the biggest reasons.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he put JDS twice, I think, into a position where he could have finished him.
Yep.
And then really didn't have the skill at that point to finish JDS. Remember, JDS, ex-champ, basically beating everyone who deserves to be beaten.
Yeah, I honestly think that Tai needed to utilize his leg kicks a little bit more.
Yeah.
He's got fucking lethal leg. He knocks someone out with a fucking head kick.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to utilize his leg kicks more. And I love the Tai Tuivasa that fucking rushes you, pushes you up against the cage, doesn't give you any space to breathe, and just fucking pummels the fuck out of you on the cage. We just didn't see that. It just seemed like a bit of a shell of himself, I think if I was giving advice to Tai, and I am in no right to give anybody advice because I'm not a coach, right? But I think he just needs to bring it back to what he knows best. And that's stem from his roots of Western Sydney and just bash the fuck out of people, bro.
Hey, bro, imagine he's got a wallet that you want.
Yeah, that's right. Just visualize that he's got a mad pair of TNs you want to take off him.
Dirty. Hey, man, Western Sydney, what up?
Yeah, Western Sydney represent
Gang.
FTA.
Gang.
Yeah, gang. No, different altogether.
Oh, sorry.
No,
completely
copyright.
wrong.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
Gang.
No, copyright. Completely copyright. Can't say that here.
Can't believe we missed that, by the way.
I know, because too many people came.
We tried to book that the day.
I know. Did you?
Yeah. When the tickets came out,
Yeah.
not pre-sale, but
Yeah.
I remember the tickets came
Sold
out.
out.
I was messaging on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Finished.
Yeah. What's his name? Bert Kreischer. It's coming out as well.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's a fucking great comic. You don't want to see his fat belly?
No, I think he's a good comic. I just like the one story about the Russians on the train.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's good.
Hey,
story.
man, it's a good story.
It is.
I don't have to love everyone.
It is.
Alright?
It is. All right. All right. We'll push on again. We just keep going off into tangents. It's weird. Jimmy Rivera didn't look the best against Petr Yan. Petr Yan looked fucking unbelievable again. Probably his biggest test to date. Dropped Rivera in the first and at the end of the first and at the end of the second round, almost at the exact same time. Dropped him both times. Now, did I bet on Petr Yan to win by knockout? I did.
Yeah.
I did. Got the decision victory.
Yeah.
Sad. It's sad.
That's
Sad.
your-
Speaking of bet, Yank with the bank. Coming in with the bank.
There you go, man. That's what we call him, the Yank with the bank.
That's why we call him the Yank with the bank, because it supplies us with a convenient amount of bank.
We've said bank.
Yes,
He
we've
provides-
said bank.
We've said bank.
Yes, yes.
Could use some of that bank.
Yeah, you could. We
Yeah.
all could.
We
We all could.
yeah. Hey, I see him with them stacks playing poker.
Shout out to the Yank with the bank. Where does that put Jan in this situation? Let me just bring up the rankings.
You scroll up.
Yeah, let me just bring up the rankings because I would love to.
Oh. There you go.
Rankings. Here we go. Rankings.
They updated yet?
Probably not. I wouldn't assume so because it's Sunday. Everyone's sleeping at the moment over there.
It's Tuesday. So it's Monday over there.
Bantamweight. See, they haven't updated. They haven't put in
No.
there. So I would assume that Petr Yan would go up again. Yan versus Garbrandt. Oh, no, Garbrandt already has a fight. Yan against maybe Munoz,
Yeah, I could see that
or
happening.
Yan against Asuncao.
Well, he needs a top 3 fight, right?
He needs it.
Well, Aljamain's gonna get a Sunsao, yeah. Or no, sorry. Aljamain will get the title shot.
He'll either get the rematch against Moraes or the title shot. I
Yeah.
think he should get the title shot.
Well, because the Sunsao just got beaten by Moraes. I can see that happening. I can see Aljamain. I can see Aljamain versus a Sunsao for that. Moraes just lost.
Yeah.
I can see them having a title eliminator fight.
The Aljamain's fight on the weekend was supposed to be a title eliminator.
But it wasn't, right?
Because I would assume now that Aljamain will jump up to 2.
No, fair enough. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
So
Man.
Yan just beat Rivera, so he'll go up to 7.
Cody will go down. I'm sure Cody will drop one more. So I can see Yan at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody will drop one more spot. Dominic Cruz will drop a spot. Because Pedro Munoz will drop a spot. You know what I mean? So it's all going to shift.
Yeah. It's
Shift
all
one
gonna
down.
yeah.
And Aljamain up one.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a Sunsao and Moraes versus maybe Petrian. Wow, so that'll be a good fight.
Which one?
Marlon Moraes versus Petrian.
Fucking good fight.
Because
all the striking.
Munoz just lost. We don't know about Dominic Cruz. Cody Garbrandt has a fight. Riviera just lost. It's literally what else is going to happen there? Well, Petrian versus Munoz? I don't think so. Oh, I mean, depends on his
I can
turnaround.
see it.
It depends on his turnaround.
Yan had a quick turnaround for this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if he does it again,
So you're saying who?
it's not gonna be
So who
Moraes.
you
No.
saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going in circles here, because how long has the Sunset been out since? It's been a couple months now. It's been a whole minute since he got finished. Moraes?
Against Moraes, yeah.
So then wouldn't that be a good shot? Aljamain for the title, Petr Yan for the number 2 spot.
Because Suncel's they've just announced a fight for a Suncel.
Fuck.
Cody Sandhagen.
Well, it's good for him as well. It's good for Corey Sandhagen.
Corey Sandhagen. Sorry. Not
Yeah,
Cody
that's good for him as well. Hey man,
Garbrandt has a fight too.
But that division is moving though, and that's what you need.
What happens to I'll ask you in a sec. Cody Garbrandt next fight. I don't think they've announced a fight for him yet. No, they haven't. Anyway, good little matchmaking. I'll tell you what, but that division is getting a lot more exciting. I think all the divisions are moving.
Yes.
All the divisions are moving
Yeah.
in the right direction, I think.
All we need now is for the middleweight division to move,
Yes.
and I feel like we got a good year ahead of us. We need that.
So that'll start moving. Once that and the lightweight division will start moving quicker than what it is now when the two interim belts.
Yeah, well, that light heavyweight division, man, is about to get stacked.
Light heavyweight,
Yeah, man. You're getting a good top 10, way more depth now, man. Just good on both of them. I guess we'll bring that up in a minute. But it's about to get deep.
All right. Tony Ferguson versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. This is the people's main event. Yeah. Ended at the end of the second. Or I guess the start of the third, end of the second, whatever you want to call it. Tony Ferguson winning via TKO. Doctor stoppage. For those of you that didn't see what happened over the weekend, there was a late strike at the end of the second. Tony Ferguson did clip Cowboy Cerrone in the nose after the bell had sounded, which visually looked like he broke his nose.
Oh, see?
I don't know if his nose was already broken before that. Cowboy being Cowboy didn't sort of bring any attention to it. So the late punch had nothing to do with it. But nonetheless, that happened. Then, just as they were about to start the third, you could see Cowboy's eye was a little bit swollen, but not too much. Cowboy blew his nose, opened up the airway, and his eye turned basically into a vagina.
Yeah, basically. Well, two things there. First off, don't agree with it was that late. The way you described it to me before I saw it, you're like 1, 2, 3, and then it's like a huge pause. Rewatching that.
It was like a punch.
Bam. Yeah. So, but you got to remember, up that thing, they were still engaged for a sec. You know, and how many times have you had people in a situation where they have someone in a hold? Yeah, and they've passed out, and you've got people tapping him because you're.
What happened to Ty? Happened to Ty. The siren went off. He was still being held in a choke after the bell had rung. He was tapping.
Yeah,
he was tapping. Crazy.
Yeah. So
I don't think the punch had anything to do with it. It was an amazing fight from Tony Ferguson. I think
it wasn't malicious.
No. It wasn't. It wasn't malicious, and he obviously after the fight, he was very, very, very respectful. Respectful.
So just secondly, I was reading about it. Well, it's actually fluid.
So it's fluid. It's not air.
The bottom of the eye, the orbital socket.
Yeah.
From what I was reading, because I'm a Google doctor.
Yeah.
It actually shattered, and when there's no flooring beneath that, the fluid from underneath the eye and the blood fills up.
But did it come from the blowing of the nose?
Yeah. So when you blow that, the fluid from the sinuses are all linked up. It flows from the nose back.
Man.
The blood, the blood's coming down through your nose?
Yeah.
In that 1 second, I think it's negative pressure and all that. You know how you can blow pop your
that's
ears?
why when he was squeezing it, fucking blood was coming out.
Yeah, so you know you can like hold your nose, pop your ears?
Yeah.
All that link up.
Felt sick when he was doing that.
It looked absolutely terrible, man.
Do you think it was too much to chew off for Cowboy?
Yes.
After in a 34-day layoff?
Look, obviously he's never going to admit it. Most fighters won't, but I mean, I get that Tony Ferguson copped some shots in there. I mean, he's taking on Cowboy.
But he cops shots every single fight.
Yeah. And just what Tony Ferguson does in that octagon is art.
I just think Tony Ferguson could be the only legitimate threat to Khabib's reign.
Maybe. I still think Poirier has a good chance.
Oh, 100%.
I think if Poirier can get in there, Poirier's fucking huge.
The only question that I have about Poirier is how he's going to deal with the wrestling of Khabib. I honestly think that Ferguson has enough in his game. His game is so well-rounded that he'll be able to deal with the wrestling of Khabib.
I agree. Now, again, go back to our first 5 episodes.
Weird freaking Hapkido fighting.
I was going to go back to our first 5 episodes. We're talking about this when this was... Well, I mean, what was that fight that was coming up? We started this after the Conor fight, way after that.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. Because we're talking about that shit, about everyone jumping into the octagon.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're talking about it at one point. And I know a lot of people called it back then, and I think to this day, you're right there that Tony Ferguson is probably the best threat. But I still think Dustin Poirier has a chance. But Michael Bisping and Dominic Cruz said it as well. Look, man, but Michael Bisping said he will get you to the ground, in all respect, but then he's in your world at that point. Yeah. And I mean, he's got possibly again one of the best jiu-jitsu artists as a coach you could get with Eddie Bravo, the creator of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and he created No Gi. He created no gi, yeah.
He was one of the founders of no gi.
No gi, yeah. Okay. Man,
He's one of the founding brothers
Yeah.
of the no gi jiu-jitsu.
Khabib should be terrified of, and that's why I think it's bullshit. That's why Ali keeps saying he doesn't want to fight him.
Yeah.
Ali keeps saying, he does, don't fight Tony Ferguson because it's not worth his time.
Yeah, because it's only legitimate threat.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I still think I think you're right in the sense that everyone's sleeping on Dustin. I think Dustin has a fucking huge chance of pulling off the victory.
Again, I think I say this way too much, but the first 3 rounds,
Yeah.
Dustin's in for a fucking huge chance, man, to finish Khabib.
Yeah.
We've seen Khabib get rocked by Michael Johnson, who Michael Johnson also beat Tony Ferguson
Yeah.
with a re-naked choke, I
Yeah.
believe.
But when that happened,
Ages ago.
hey,
Early
hey,
UFC.
women weren't even in the UFC.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, hey, Michael Johnson got some skills.
Good old days.
Hey, man, me too.
Shit.
Next fight, the women's fight.
So, what do you think? So, next fight for Ferguson. I was going back and forth with somebody on Facebook. I'll bring him up because this was a good little topic of discussion back and forth between myself and a fan of ours on the Facebook page. I'll just bring it up real quick because I had sort of we had posted something up about the fight over the weekend, and we were doing a little bit of matchmaking. Let me see if I can bring it up. Here it is. All right. So John Olsen had given us the pick of both versus winner or loser of Khabib or Poirier, right? So I had said I'd sort of played around with it a little bit. So I'd said, do you put McGregor in the mix? And I'll ask you this question: do you put McGregor in the mix? So you get Tony versus the winner of Khabib versus Dustin for the title, McGregor versus the loser of Khabib versus Dustin, Cowboy versus the winner of McGregor versus Dustin or Khabib.
I think you got to run that Cowboy versus Conor fight over everything.
That's a huge.
You need to run that
But
Cowboy.
you need something on the line for that fight, I think.
Well, McGregor's gonna shut the fuck up for starters. he had his chance, he lost it.
Mm.
You all right? Now, yeah, maybe you could put an interim belt, but let's see what happens with Anthony Pettis. Right?
Yeah.
He's in welterweight now, isn't he? Wait, what's he doing now?
Who? Pettis?
Yeah, he's all over the place.
He's against Diaz. Fighting Nate Diaz.
In welterweight?
Welterweight.
My bad.
So yeah, so Tony Ferguson versus the winner of Khabib versus Dustin. Right? Then the loser of Khabib versus Dustin fights McGregor. And then the winner of McGregor versus Dustin or Khabib fights Cowboy. You have like a little mini tournament.
Why the winner? Why does Cowboy get the winner of that
And
fight?
Justin Gaethje, nowhere to be seen.
No, Justin Gaethje versus Conor McGregor.
Fuck.
He won't win.
I think that's the only time we'll see Justin Gaethje pull out some wrestling.
Yeah, he will for sure. You have to.
We say that every time he fights. Every time Justin Gaethje fights, he has to use his wrestling this time. Knocks him out.
My point is, if you went into a fight now against McGregor, now people are going to say that he has awesome takedown defense, McGregor, and getting up from his back.
Oh, look at his fight against Chad Mendes. Yeah, he got taken down twice, but before that, stuffing them. Even against Khabib, stuffed a couple of takedowns against Khabib,
and had a broken ankle.
Yeah,
apparently after the fact.
Yeah,
maybe we don't know.
No one will ever know.
No, especially not with McGregor.
No.
Let's just hope he comes back for starters.
That's the biggest thing. I'm just excited to see Tony Ferguson back in the mix. It's good to see him fighting. It's good to see him healthy. It's good to see him in fucking full flight. Just looked unbelievable. On the weekend. So shout out to Tony Ferguson. We love you here. Right. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai. Now, can we confirm that Jessica Ai has woken up?
No. She's still in the upside down.
Jesus Christ, man. Jeez. The little twitch, when she got knocked out, the twitch that her muscles did,
man.
And her ankles, the way that they were sort of, oh my God, man. I felt sick. Best knockout you've ever seen?
No, Ngannou Overeem.
Oh.
Ngannou Overeem.
When you sent Overeem into space?
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, you fart? Did you just fart?
No.
It smells.
No.
It smells, sorry. I had to point out it smells.
That's my gooch.
I
just rubbed it.
disgusting.
Disgusting.
Best knockout you've ever seen?
No. Yeah, no.
Ngannou versus Overeem.
Ngannou, there was another one as well. There's another heavyweight one. I mean, McGregor on Eddie Alvarez.
McGregor on Jose Aldo.
I actually think that Eddie Alvarez, man, that four piece.
That 4-piece combo.
He's giving people more food than Masvidal, man.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
He's feeding the masses.
He's more generous. He's more generous with his portion size.
Hey, man, someone should bring that up. That's a good joke.
He's more generous with his portion size.
He's giving them 4 pieces out, man.
4 pieces, a soda.
Yeah, and a soda. Yeah, man.
Very generous. Very generous.
But yeah, poor Jessica Eye, man. It's all good that she's. I think the funny.
Yeah, no. All jokes aside, it's good to see that she was up and held. That was a disgusting knockout.
1 minute on the ground.
The timing and the setup that Shevchenko had put into that knockout was just a different class.
Well, what was that stance that Jessica Eye came out in?
Well, she copped a fucking. Yeah, it was a weird stance. She copped a fucking straight kick to the stomach. So she thought, oh yeah, I'm just gonna protect my stomach. Puts her hands down.
But that's what's so strange. For someone who's the number 1 ranked, you know, who gets into that position against someone who can do it all?
That's the flyweight division, man.
Have they seen her dance after her victories, bro? She's got movement.
That's the flyweight division for you, man. I don't see anybody in that flyweight division that could potentially challenge Shevchenko. Now, did I have a thought in my mind that Chris Cyborg could potentially drop down to flyweight?
No.
And take on Shevchenko?
No way, man. She's like dying doing the cut that
I
she already does.
I know.
Amanda Nunes could do it.
Amanda Nunes could definitely do it.
Man, I don't think she'll carry that strength with her, though.
No.
Now, do I want to see Shevchenko try jump up and grab another belt? Yes, I do.
Shevchenko versus Nunes too.
Man, Nunes would win it in her backyard, but in her weight group.
Well, I think Shevchenko is like one of the only people to ever go 5 rounds against Nunes. Close decision too.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the rankings, right? Jessica Eye was obviously ranked number 1, right? Got her head knocked off. Chukagian fought on the weekend. She doesn't think that she'll get the title shot. Against Shevchenko is going to be a bit tough. Liz Carmouche,
it's strange to have someone fight. Sorry, just quickly to have someone fight on a prelim and be ranked 2.
I think you know what, Montana. This will tell us. Montana De La Rosa. She's fighting this weekend. That'll be.
I was 100% just going to say that.
That'll be one of that and potentially Macy Barber.
Yeah. And the reason I'm going to say that as well is Montana De La Rosa had some nice takedown skills against. Now, again, I don't know what Nadia Kassim's background is in terms of her ground game. Didn't look good at all. Unfortunate for her, but Montana De La Rosa absolutely murked her in that fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Yeah, man.
I think that's the only legitimate threat. I don't see anybody else in that division. There's, you know what? There's a couple of fighters in the over in Bellator that could potentially jump over, but we'll never know.
What is Ilima? What's
Ilima Lee McFarlane?
Yeah,
she's flyweight.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
undefeated
in flyweight.
What I say, man. What I've been calling. When we get big, I'm going to say it to Dana's face. Do that crossover belt. Do it once every 2 years.
That'd be good for women's sport in general. To have just a crossover women's tournament.
Just a single belt between both promotions.
Yeah.
Only do it once every 2 years. If you so happen to be...
But they should be able to have, like, you know how they have the jiu-jitsu tournaments that allow, and then for example, Masvidal's taking on, who's he taking on? We discussed a couple of weeks ago. He's taking on Pettis.
Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu.
And Yoromero is fucking
That's right. They should have a tournament like that. MMA based. You get the top 5 ranked from each organization.
Yeah, but you can't because of the damage.
Yeah, but then they don't fight for your organization. They just fight in that tournament.
But
everyone gets a cut of the revenue.
Because that means you don't get your person for that little bit. You know, and remember Ben Askren had to ask for permission to go and fight that grapple in the garden. All these guys have to get release
against
permission.
Jordan Burroughs.
Yeah, these guys have to get release permission from the UFC to do this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the UFC and Bellator and One Championship and the PFL are all together,
Yeah. What I'm saying is that they wouldn't do it if there was a fourth company who's holding it.
realistically, the PFL should be where these fighters go. Pro Fighting League.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the whole concept of getting points.
Is
and
that where
shit.
they're getting that $1 million?
Yeah.
That is so good, man. That's what it should be at the end.
Yep.
And that you get a guaranteed amount of fights payout for a year.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how that works for everyone. I'm sure only maybe if you're top rank, you're in the top 10. I don't know however that works, but you get a guaranteed amount of fights per year. So that's what you need.
All right, the main event: Henry Cejudo versus Marlon Moraes. I did not see this coming at all. The first 10, 15 seconds, actually the first round, I'm thinking Cejudo looks out of his depth here. He looked very small against Marlon Moraes. Marlon Moraes looked like he could have been Cejudo's dad. He was just bigger, looked musclier, just looked rangier, looked much better. Whatever changes that he made in that second and third round, my goodness. Looked like a completely different Henry Cejudo. And now, I don't know if that comes down to Marlon Moraes taking a step back and getting gassed, or Henry Cejudo stepping up and changing his game plan.
Well, no, Cejudo definitely made adjustments. And that's what you need to do as a champ. We say that a lot. It's adjustments on the fly is what make you a champion in the UFC.
That's exactly
and he did that. He adjusted and he beat out Moraes. I think that Moraes has a huge chance, man, on beating Cejudo. You know, you run that back, and I think you're going to have a different outcome.
Yep, I think so too.
Moraes shouldn't leave that fight thinking, you know, like, I can't do this.
Because Moraes was dominating that first round, man. Round. How do you think Moraes would do going up to 145?
Oh, I don't know, man. How's he on height?
It's a great question.
Because, I mean, you got some big featherweights, huh?
Where is his?
You got some long featherweights.
Why don't I show his height? No, let's go to Wikipedia. Marlon
Brando.
How tall is Marlon Brando?
There was actually like the Sherdog stats. There we go.
168. So 168 centimeters, which translates to
fuck, not big. To not big at all.
168 centimeters in feet. 5'5".
Nah, it's a bit short, huh?
Yeah, but Cejudo's 5'3".
Yeah, but I mean,
and Cejudo wants to go up in weight too.
Cejudo wants to go to featherweight.
Up in ring, in the octagon, he goes, I eventually want to go up to challenge for 3 belts. I go up to 145.
But he can, but he's wrestled at heavier weights, yeah?
Yes. He can make the weight, but how small? Against Max Holloway.
Yeah, no. I think Max Holloway should stay at lightweight, personally.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know.
I think so too. But hey, man, I said this in I said this on Instagram. We can talk all the shit that we want about cringe judo. I personally don't like Cejudo's personality, but you can't fault what he's done. We don't agree with obviously the decision against Demetrius Johnson, right? But one of the biggest reasons why we all fell in love with Conor McGregor was that he was talking and backing up his talk.
Yeah.
Right? And this Cejudo is doing this right now. You know, as much as we want to we don't want to believe it, we're living in the Cejudo era right now.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, people are talking more about Cejudo than people are talking about McGregor right now.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Look,
not talking.
I don't know how many times I got to say this in this podcast, but I'm a McGregor dick rider, right?
But then he's not talking about McGregor more than Paulie Malignaggi.
That's right.
No one thinks about McGregor more than Paulie Malignaggi. He might be the biggest dick rider. You have to fight him for that position on the top, on the tip.
I'll take him.
The tip position.
I'll take him.
You gonna take him?
Yeah.
You reckon? I'll ask you right now. We said this about
Canelo.
You reckon 1 round, 3 minutes, land 1-2.
A 1-2 against
Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah.
The reason I said this, looked at his record. No.
I reckon I can.
I thought he had done a lot more the way he talked.
But he's a boxing world champion. He's a world champion.
I know, but I look again. I'm terrible. I wouldn't last. But I looked at his record and the way he talks like he did a lot more than he did.
Yeah, no, he definitely did.
Everyone, I sound like the biggest fucking dickhead here, but everyone who's also a great has beaten him.
Yeah.
If you go look for his record.
Yeah, so in terms of boxing, in terms of the boxing world, he is the stepping stone.
Yeah. Everyone who became like a legend has beaten Paulo Malignaggi.
Yeah.
Hey man, do you reckon you could do it?
Then 1-2 in 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Yeah. I reckon I can.
A clean 1-2.
I reckon I can. Yeah, how long do I have training?
You have like 12 weeks.
12 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
No.
Easy. I reckon I can. Hey, Paulie, official call out Paulie Malignaggi, come to Australia.
Bare knuckle.
No. I don't want to fight bare knuckle.
Why? Because you bitch?
Yeah. I don't want to fight bare knuckle. I hate bare knuckle fighting, bro.
Well, Adam thinks you're a bitch.
No.
Adam's a goat.
He's the goat. He's the goat.
Undefeated in bare knuckle, bro.
Yeah. So am I.
0-0.
Yeah.
Well, that's not undefeated.
Yeah. How is it? How is it not undefeated?
You have to be challenged to be defeated.
But I haven't been defeated yet.
It doesn't work like that.
Nah, but I haven't.
No. So what? Sage Northcutt was undefeated
He was in one championship until he
until he came up against.
until his face
Until
exploded.
he went into the cosmos.
Yes, the cosmos of Alexandria.
Cringe.
Unbelievable. Lots to talk about with Cejudo. Do you think he deserves heavyweight money?
Yeah, so what money?
Heavyweight money. Heavyweight money.
Heavyweight money?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing now?
That's he was calling for heavyweight money.
Oh, okay. I'm missing all this. You know what? Don't listen to him.
I want heavyweight money, is what he said.
Yeah, no, he deserves it, man. He's in the position where he's a double champ. Everyone else is getting it. He should get
Well,
it.
on the weekend, he earned $440K.
He's just not a draw, though.
Yeah, I think he could be now. I definitely think he could be now.
No.
I honestly think that he could be
I
now.
disagree. I disagree that he's an actual
What
draw.
annoys me about this situation is that it's not Demetrius Johnson. That's
Yeah.
what annoys me about this situation.
Yeah. No, but I just don't think...
Demetrius Johnson deserved to be a double champion before Henry Cejudo.
And would have been.
And would have been.
That's just annoying.
Yeah.
But too small to go any higher than that. He couldn't have gone triple champ. Imagine he did that.
Yeah.
Max Holloway. Like a little person taking on Max
He
Holloway.
could. He could.
I mean, I'm just excited to see Demetrius Johnson get back into that one championship.
Yes, we'll dive into that in a second. Overall, it was a really exciting card. Lots of exciting matchups and lots to talk about for the future. Like you said, all the what's it called? The divisions are moving in the right direction.
Time for news.
Time for some news. Hit it. That intro gets me every time.
Hey, man.
Hey, it's the second
Professional.
time. I know. Clean cut, professional. On the weekend, Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida was announced in the UFC Hall of Fame. In the what's it called? The fight wing. Classic fights wing. It was an amazing fight. It was an amazing fight, back and forth.
And both still fighting.
I know, ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to think that Diego Sanchez fought. He won Ultimate Fighter Season 1. Still fighting and still winning. Both of them still winning.
Still
Both of them.
beating up and comers. Well, Diego Sanchez beating Mickey Gao.
Yeah, and Clay Guida beating the up-and-comer BJ Penn. Chris Weidman. This is an interesting one. Wants to move up to 205. Moving up to light heavyweight.
Chasing his boy.
Chris Weidman wants a high-risk, high-reward opponent in the UFC light heavyweight debut.
Did you shorten the word opponent?
I did.
Is that what you said
I'll read
right
it
now?
again. Weidman wants a high-risk, high-reward opponent in UFC light heavyweight debut.
You said opponent.
Opponent.
Oh,
Al
keep
Capone.
that. Keep that.
An Al Capone
Keep
opponent.
that. I want to use that now.
Just quickly, who would be a good matchup for Wido at one?
He should be fighting someone
205.
15 fucking below. He's lost his last fucking 4 fights, man.
What-
Sorry, so 1 of 4, I think he is.
What is his record? Oh my god, what is his record?
Yeah, it's 1 of 4 or 5.
He's still ranked fucking
Decently, yeah, I know.
top 10.
So he beat Kelvin Gastelum was his last victory. Jacare knocked him out. Will Mero knocked him out.
That's what
knocked him out.
that's what concerns me a little bit about Weidman. I would love to know if his chin is still with him.
Because doesn't wrestle at all. Has good wrestling background, doesn't want to wrestle.
It reminds me of Gaethje. So he lost to Jacare. He beat Gastelum. That was back in 2017. He lost to Musashi in 2017. He lost to Romero. Oh, that's when his head exploded. That was in 2016. He's also lost to Rockhold. So 3, 4, 5. So he's 1-5 at the moment.
He better go somewhere. He better go somewhere. And I think that place is Bellator.
No. Chris Weidman's better than that, man.
Oh yeah, man. 1 of 5. He's shown that he can't hang with these people, man.
He was a champ.
Alright, bro.
He was champ, bro.
How did he beat Anderson Silva? Don't worry, I'll wait.
That was a leg break, wasn't it?
What about the first one? He called him lucky. It was a lucky shot. Be 100%.
Oh, that was when
he taunted him.
It was hands down, moving back and caught him clean.
He caught him while Anderson was being a dickhead. Now he deserves to be champ. He's champion in everything, and that's fine. He caught him. Did he defend it? He technically defended it because of the
Weidman versus Shogun. Good fight, man. Weidman versus Shogun. Weidman versus Ozdemir.
No, he shouldn't be touching anyone in top
Weidman
10.
versus Glover Teixeira.
Yeah, Glover Teixeira, maybe.
Yeah, good fight.
Or Weidman
Good
versus
fight.
Johnny Walker.
Nah.
Why?
Protect Weidman. Protect Weidman. Weird one. Very weird one, this one. Justin Bieber calls out Tom Cruise for a fight in the octagon.
Don't understand it.
It makes zero sense. Don't understand. But Bieber, legitimate blue belt. BJJ blue belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Well,
And Jack Reacher.
that does all his own stunts.
Does all his own stunts.
Nah, he's like 56, man.
Yeah,
and his
he
body's falling apart from all the stunts.
He is. You know what makes me laugh about this? McGregor offered to have it under McGregor Sports and Entertainment.
I'd love to see Justin Bieber getting to a bare knuckle.
What they should do is have a jiu-jitsu match under EBI, slaps, because they can do slaps. And Tom Cruise, I've watched Mission Impossible before. Tom Cruise has decent grappling.
Also, Power of Scientology.
That's right. Scientology versus
Xenu.
Hillsong.
Xenu.
Hillsong versus Scientology.
Oh, imagine that giant alien creature came down. Like,
Both of them. You know what it turns into? Pokemon. They both have beings that come.
hey, bro, watch what you're saying. One's a real religion and one's fake.
Hey, come on.
You decide.
Come on, man.
You thought you got me.
Come on, bro.
You thought you got
Come on,
me.
bro. Anyway, the tweet says, I want to challenge Tom Cruise to a fight in the octagon. Tom, if you don't take this fight, you're scared and you will never live it down. Who's willing to put on the fight? Dana White? Question mark. And then McGregor came out
Proper 12 is.
and said, if Tom Cruise is man enough to accept this challenge, McGregor Sports and Entertainment will host the bout. Does Cruise have the sprouts to fight like he does in movies? Stay tuned to find out. So funny, bro. McGregor makes me laugh, bro. Bieber doesn't. McGregor makes me laugh. Fight announcements. Curtis Blades taking on Shamil Abdurakhimov at UFC 242. Interesting fight for Curtis Blades. His last fight, he got knocked out in like
Ngannou.
25 seconds
Yeah.
by Ngannou.
Weird shot, man. Clipped him in the back of the head.
Yeah. So that fight will be taking place in Abu Dhabi.
And man, two back of the head shots now that Ngannou has.
Yeah.
Developing a skill.
Yeah, that's what they're teaching him at the
Yeah.
UFC Performance Institute to punch guys in the back of the head. This one gets me excited.
The GOAT, the greatest.
Demetrius Johnson and Eddie Alvarez are both going to be fighting at one's Dawn of Heroes event in August.
Man, it sounds like an Avengers.
I know.
The next Avengers.
I know.
called
Dawn of Heroes. Oh man,
He
one
looks like a
championship.
superhero.
I'm a one championship dick right.
Demetrius Johnson should be the new Ant-Man.
Bro,
Right?
how has no one thought about this?
Yeah, 100%.
You know how Captain America black now?
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Turn everyone.
Hey Scott, step aside, bro.
Hey,
hey,
Paul Rudd's like 50 something now.
hey, Paul Rudd's fucking
Hey,
amazing.
He can
actor.
stay there. Yeah, he can stay there.
I like him.
For now.
I like him. For now.
For now.
For now. For now. So Demetrius Johnson will be fighting Tatsumitsu Wada, and then you've got. Is that right? I said that right, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Eddie Alvarez. He's fighting. Edward Foylang. Edward Foylang. Amazing fight, bro. Amazing fight. That's what I picked this. Regardless of whether or not Eddie Alvarez was going to win or lose that fight, he was still going to get a big fight his next one. Do you know what I mean? I found it interesting, and I don't want to touch on it too much. What Eddie Alvarez had come out and said on Instagram. It was inspiring to see, to be honest. Alvarez. So this is from Eddie Alvarez's Instagram. So he said, "Oh, you thought a loss would discourage me. You see, I am from a place where losing and failure was a common practice. My chances were very small to ever be called a winner. I learned to lose, fail, be told no, and was rejected by the way before I ever understood how to win. You didn't kill a king, you pissed off an empire. I'll see you all August 2nd in Manila." I want to see him succeed, bro.
Everyone was saying that. He was always a good dude.
And he was already a champion in Bellator, and
McGregor just destroyed his mental game. Man, what are you gonna do, man? That's what McGregor does. Bellator main card coming up.
yeah. So we've got some fights happening this weekend. So we've got three. We got the main course. We've got Bellator. We've got UFC, and we also have one championship, and we've got boxing as well. Big event this week.
So Roy McDonald versus Neiman Gracie for the moving on with the welterweight title.
Yes,
semi-finals here.
Yes, it's the semi-final of the welterweight Grand Prix. Obviously, Rory McDonald came off that weird
Majority draw.
Yeah. So he moved forward from the draw. Then you've got also Lyoto Machida versus Chael Sonnen on the card as well. The other title fight on that card is Darion Caldwell versus Koji Horiguchi for the bantamweight title. Dylan Dennis also makes his return for his second fight against Max Humphrey. And you've also got Aaron Pico, which is weird to see him on the top of the prelims against Adam Boricus. Tyson Fury, the man,
Defending his lineal belt.
He's defending the WBO Intercontinental title and the lineal championship this weekend. You can catch that on ESPN Plus against Tom Schwartz.
24-0, 16 KOs.
Crazy,
Man,
crazy,
but he's only 24,
crazy.
Man. I mean, I think he is actually 24 as well.
Yes.
He's young.
Yes, he is very young.
man.
He is very young. It's good to see Tyson Fury back in the mix. It's also good to see that his brother is now part of the cast of Love Island UK, which I watch on a daily basis.
Hey, man, I don't want to judge you, but I will.
Tommy Fury in it. Then you got the UFC. Pretty exciting card this weekend, man. It's kind of snuck up on us a little bit. It's quite exciting. You've got, I don't want to go through the whole thing, Ariane Lipski coming back. Obviously, she's a world champion kickboxer, taking on Molly McCann. Alan Crowder taking on Rosenstruik. Last time Rosenstruik came out, he started very slow, then killed someone.
Yeah.
Luis Pena's coming back, taking on Matt Wyman. Kevin Aguilar taking on Dan Ige. Then on the main card, yes, you got some interesting matchups. Montana De La Rosa, like I mentioned before, taking on Andrea Lee. Then you've got John Lineker taking on Rob Font. That's fighting that's happening in bantamweight. And then the main event, Renato Moicano taking on Chang Sung Jung, otherwise known as the Korean Zombie.
Strange fight for Moicano, I think.
I think Moicano just wanted to come back straight back into it after losing to Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
Man, that was a big opportunity lost there for him, because he would have been obviously fighting our boy Alex Volkanovski, and then, I think he had a better chance against Volkanovski. Hard to say, I don't know. Volkanovski's on a tear at the moment, but I think he would have fancied his chances a lot better than what he did against Jose Aldo. That's for sure. And quickly, one championship this weekend. Why isn't it loading? Why isn't it up here, bro?
Thought we had it up, man. I failed.
You failed.
I failed the podcast.
You failed. Wouldn't be the first time.
As he says that in my place of residence.
Is it this one?
Yep, it says up next. There's your fight card.
I don't think it's this one.
That's it. The One Hero Series June.
No. It's
live. 2 days.
It's the women's. It's this one happening on the weekend. This is it.
3 days.
Legendary Quest. This is what it's called. So the main event is the Atomweight Muay Thai World Championship. You've got an Aussie, Alma Juniku. I've butchered her last name. I'm sorry, but she's fighting. She's fighting Stamp Fairtex. For the Atomweight World Championship. That's pretty much it. Again, one championship, you're going to get a stack card.
Go up sec. Pronounce this.
Okay.
It's way easier than I thought it was. I didn't read it.
No. It's literally just
Yeah,
words.
I know. Yeah.
It's Rodlek, PK. dot Sang Chai Muay Thai Gym.
Yeah, okay. I played myself.
Okay, pronounce that. Liam Har-I Son.
Adam.
Alright, that's it, man. You want to talk about anything else?
Nah, man, get the fuck out.
Hey, man, we've spent 4.5 days
Yeah.
in this podcast. A little bit of a long episode because a lot of content to talk about.
Yeah.
You can obviously catch us on Instagram at Across the Cage, Facebook at Across the Cage AU,
Twitter
and Twitter at Champs Round 1. That's it.
That's it.
I've been Mark again.
Oh, yeah.
This 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah,
I've been Stefan. He's been Mark. You've been listening. Thank you very much. Take care. Ciao. Arrivederci.
Yellow boy.